It's very old-fashioned when you divide culture.
The definition of culture, arts and culture, is something that really needs to be redefined.
In Berlin we see a lot of exchange between high culture and subculture.
It's not just about profit or investment, but it's about what benefits it brings to the communities.
We should not play against each other, we should form a unity and say pop culture, subculture is as much as important as the so-called high culture.
Nocturnal City is a series of events throughout 2017, and the first one focuses in an interplay between London and Berlin to explore alternative forms of culture, really looking at the future of club culture, not just in the physical realm, but also through the use of new technologies. So from Berlin we have invited the Berlin Clubcommission, Lutz Leichsenring, who is presenting his new project, the Creative Footprint.
The Clubcommission is focusing on the needs of our members. So access when it comes to connecting to decision makers, to the public, to the press, awareness, why this culture is important for the city, which influence it has, and education, because like nobody in the scene really studied what they do, so they need to learn from each other.
For Nocturnal City we're very interested in alternative forms of clubbing. Not sort of the mainstream clubs that you would find.
An aspect of club culture took us in, so that's why I guess our music was being played at club nights. But it was never our intention to create music for the club.
And I think Laurel and Beatrice are really good representatives of alternative music at the moment.
We were invited to take part to talk about the importance of independent online platforms like ours, and also spaces to support new culture, nightlife. We wanted it to be an interdisciplinary platform that presented as many different voices from the city. It's a way for people in the city that are doing really different things to also come together, exchange ideas, collaborate.
The nighttime economy and culture is worth £26 billion to London. Those of us who work in the cultural industries, which by the way supports 1 in 6 jobs in London, those of us who work in this realize the value of what we're doing. We don't need to convince each other. We know it because we live it and we do it. A figure like 26 billion, it makes you stop in your tracks.
Technology and the internet are so integrated in our lives, they have changed the clubbing experience in a way that, for example, now the way you find out about nights or important events is through social media, and this is just the beginning. So bringing these installations that are a bit more forward-looking, using the latest technologies, I think it really represents what's going to happen in the future. So with virtual reality, for example, it opens up a new space for people to get together. Musicians, artists, designers, they can get together from any side of the world into a new space that exists in parallel to the physical world. I think that's really exciting. I hope that this could be a beginning of a brighter future. If we could open more dialogues and these conversations to other organizations, other artists, other professionals to come, it would be amazing.